absolute bombshell in the JFK new files, but also a new video that is coming out. And Representative Anna Paulina has made a bombshell claim that could change everything, purporting to have a photograph that shows Lee Harvey Oswald not anywhere near a position where he could have executed this attack. In fact, he's on the ground at the parade, not even up in the building. This is potentially wild. The hardcore JFK heads probably know a little bit about this, but this is bonkers. Before I get into it, it's an absolute huge week for us on Amazon. We are so close to 1,000 reviews. I'm going to leave a link to our Amazon store in the description. We have all of our K-Cups. Everything is 10% off. Free shipping, free next day shipping for most people. All of our K-Cups, all of our ground coffee, all of our whole bean coffee is mostly all in stock. We have 682 reviews on our K-Cups and a similar on our ground coffee. Please help us reach 1,000 reviews. Pick up an item, our strawberries and cream, our blueberry cobbler. We have whole bean, ground, and K-Cup all online. But most importantly, after you pick it up, help us reach 1,000 reviews. We're taking on the big guys, and I really need your help to do so. Also, we have our Mother's Day gift box up there available for pre-order. If you want to be an absolute Chad, get yours now because it's way cheaper for us to ship it through Amazon. We make way less money, but you get it. It's the same price we always sold it for on our website. It's on Amazon, but I need 50 of you to pre-order yours today. And then as soon as you get it, make sure you come back and leave a review. I'm really gambling on trying to find more normie new customers. So we sent 5,000 of these to Amazon. So the Mother's Day gift box will be linked below. The regular store will be linked below. Please do pick one of them up. Understand that the Mother's Day gift box won't ship probably for another week or two. But the second you get it, please do take a picture and leave a review. Really need your help on this one. And I know you're sick of it, but it matters. You guys are doing so great. You're helping me. We're really going to be able to turn this from some YouTuber extra coffee grift thing into a real company. Now, I want to go to this video from Anna Paulina that claims NBC is hiding bombshell evidence that proves Lee Harvey Oswald did not assassinate JFK.
It was made aware to me this evening that NBC actually has a video that's never been seen before. We're actually going to be sending a letter requesting that from NBC because it allegedly shows Oswald near the vehicle when the assassination took place.
Let's go to the longer video. Here's the longer video.
I would like to actually tell the American people it was made aware to me this evening that NBC actually has a video that's never been seen before. We're actually going to be sending a letter requesting that from NBC because it allegedly shows Oswald near the vehicle when the assassination took place, which means that he couldn't have been the shooter. So again, we're tracking down all this information. But look, there's even a CIA document that came out that Mr. Morley pointed out that actually said that the CIA never bought the lone gunman theory. And so I think the American people had an inclination as to what we were saying, but we never had the hard evidence until now. And so it's important to note that in a free and fair society, how could you operate or have an agency operating in the shadows? And so kudos to President Trump, also Director Radcliffe and Tulsi Gabbard for pushing for this transparency. It is going to be generational changing that they've done this. And we hope to bring forward legislation to ensure that this never happens again for future generations to come.
You're saying NBC has been keeping this tape of Oswald under wraps?
Correct. In fact, Director Stone actually told us that he was showed this tape, that it was a secondary copy, and that he said that this could blow open the entire JFK investigation. What I will also tell you, though, Jesse, is he said that NBC has been very, very much so guarding this tape. And so I believe that that tape belongs to the American people. We are going to be sending a letter asking for that tape. And I would encourage everyone to ask NBC to release that tape to the public. It's important, not just for our investigations, but so the American people know the truth as to what happened with John F. Kennedy. All
right. Well, I think they will release it. Because I believe the president will probably put it on Truth Social pretty soon. All right, Congresswoman Anna Paulina Loon.
Now, this is the image Anna Paulina is referring to, where many believe that Lee Harvey Oswald was actually where he was positioned when JFK was shot. This is also one of the last photos of JFK taken alive. Speculation suggests that Oswald is the figure standing in the doorway of the Texas Book School Depository. NBC has been hiding this video for years. I mean, this photo has always been published, and it's the most well-known still capture of the event. The man in the doorway of the TSBD is not Oswald. He is a TSBD employee called Billy Lovelady. Now, if that's true, maybe it's a nothing burger. The video would obviously prove that theory if that theory was true, right? A Republican representative has claimed that NBC is holding onto a videotape that proves Lee Harvey Oswald did not do what they say he did. Luna has been talking over the recent release of 80,000 pages of new material from the National Archive in relation to JFK's assassination. Waters had questioned Luna over whether she believes all of the documents concerning the passing of Kennedy have even been released. She replied saying, "We're in the process of tracking down 2 specific documents. I would like to tell the American people, NBC also has a video that has never been seen before. It allegedly shows Oswald near the vehicle when the incident took place, which means he couldn't have been the shooter. We're tracking down all of this information." Now, if that picture is not the video, then this theory is not, this myth is not busted. All it does is, I mean, that picture might be busted, but if that video is still showing that same guy, then we know. Correct. Director Stone told us he was shown a tape and it could blow open the entire investigation. He said that NBC has very much been guarding this tape. I believe that the tape belongs to the American people. We know everything this happened on November 22nd, 1963. Police, of course, then arrested Lee Harvey Oswald, who was then lost his life 2 days later because a total, Jack Rubenstein, during a jail transfer, took his life, a nightclub owner. I mean, to me, that was always the biggest thing, that was always the biggest, loose end cover-up part of this, was that, they took care of him. You see House Republican, this Mediaite, saying, Luna says there will be a hearing on Tuesday, April 1st, about tens of thousands of documents about the JFK incident that were ordered released by President Donald Trump. She said Stone would be at the hearing, as would author Jeff Morley. The Congresswoman had claimed that NBC News could prove Oswald didn't actually do this if the network would be transparent. Waters asked Luna to clarify. In fact, Stone told us he was shown this tape was a secondary copy. He said that this could blow the entire investigation open. What I could also tell you, though, is NBC's been very, very much so guarding the tape. I mean, this is bonkers. If this is true, I believe that our own government took the life of JFK. That's what I believe. I also believe that there's no tape that's going to come out that's going to prove that. I simply don't think that that's going to happen. You know what I mean? There's just no tape. Because that would have been destroyed a long time ago. It would have been destroyed a long, long time ago. Candace Owens writing, "It's so weird and lame that we're still pretending like we don't know who did what they did to JFK. My whole timeline is feigning shock and surprise that it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald. One nation under blackmail, indeed." It's interesting. We go back to these initial JFK files. The JFK files are less about the taking of his life and more about an accumulation of evidence that the CIA are not carrying out their primary mission of intelligence gathering and instead are focusing on regime changes around the globe. JFK found out, and they didn't like that. JFK uncovered the CIA were not serving the American people and were only serving their own personal interests, which was mostly global domination via espionage and covert operations. JFK found out, and the CIA were essentially trying to take over the world, and he tried to stop them, and they took him out. I believe that. I'm not saying this is evidence of that. I'm saying I believe that. Here's what, Glenn Beck said.
So what was the CIA up to in the 1960s? Well, let me show you some of these documents. This new document release, taken with all of the other releases, paints an interesting picture, and I have it over here on the chalkboard. It is JFK's war with the CIA.
Correct.
I think we can safely say that Kennedy and the intelligence community were at war following the spring of 1961. That's 2 years before Kennedy was shot. You had, first of all, the Bay of Pigs fiasco. Yes. It set a dumpster fire in the CIA, and Kennedy was lighting that fire. Here's a memo that is dated just 2 months after the Bay of Pigs. It's very well known to the JFK assassin researchers, and it was re-released last week. It's from Kennedy's advisor, Arthur Schlesinger. This is really an important document. It's the lowlights of the CIA and how they were spreading chaos through the use of covert action and paramilitary warfare. The appearance is that Kennedy was gearing up for a major shakeup with the CIA. JFK jumped with 2 big counter moves against the CIA. He went against their leadership and the way they funded their operations throughout the world. So what did he do? He went and he fired Allen Dulles. Allen Dulles, Dulles Airport, named after him in Washington, D.C., he's the head of the CIA. He's the guy who started it all. And then he moved on to how they financed their chaos. The publication Shield is interesting. The Shield was used by employees of the International Cooperation Administration. It's called the ISA. This was the financial arm that funded the foreign assistance and non-military security programs. It was established to spread U.S. interests throughout the world during the Cold War. And it was immediately accused of being nothing more than a CIA cutout.
Right.
Wow. That sounds a little like USAID, doesn't it? This is why this matters.
Exactly. JFK was at war with the intelligence agencies, and they took him out. That's my feeling. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, please do help by pre-ordering your Mother's Day gift box. And the second you grab it, please leave a review. We definitely need the goal is to get new normies, people who don't know my YouTube channel at all. The link for this is in the description. If you don't want a Mother's Day box, we have all of our K-Cups, flavored coffee, and original coffee on there. We're trying to reach 1,000 reviews. We're at just under 700. So I need 300 Chads today or Stacy's to pick up the product. Link in the description. And then and when you get it, give it a try. And please leave a review. Take a picture. Help us get to 1,000 reviews. Once we're at 1,000, I won't ask you to leave any more reviews on the products. But I'm trying to jumpstart everything on Amazon. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you again real soon.